Hi there, my name is Gordon Stokes. I am one of the executive principals in the Region 5 office with Fairfax County Public Schools. I work with Woodson High School and many other schools throughout Region 5. And I'm super excited to be able to share my thoughts and my feelings and experience about music, but in particular, the sensory harnesses that really open up a new opportunity for a lot of our students who may be deaf or hard of hearing, as well as just really expanding the opportunities within the entire music community for the school and maybe hopefully for many other schools. Um, one one important thing to know is that I'm certainly a big fan and supporter of music. When I was a student through middle school, I played an instrument. I played the trumpet, and as an educator, well, just as an individual, I love all forms of music. And as an educator, I've really enjoyed the opportunity to see students perform. I think it opens up a lot of opportunities for kids. Perhaps they might not feel as empowered or as maybe have the same experiences in other facets of their learning that they might in a music program. It really allows for a lot of creativity and certainly a sense of community amongst whatever ensemble that they're a part of. So both as a teacher, as a school principal, and as certainly now as an executive principal, whenever I have an opportunity to hear our students perform or to support their ability to perform, I'm definitely all in 100%. So, certainly from a personal level, music means a lot to me. I love the emotions and the excitement that it can provide, and also just that opportunity to be creative is fantastic. So, um, and I remember experiencing music again as a kid growing up, just what we heard in our house, to playing an instrument and going to concerts, both as when I was younger and still currently, both in school and beyond. It's just really an important part of my life, and I think for a lot of our students as well. Um, I had an opportunity to go to Woodson last year and see the wonderful engagement within the Woodson community of students who are in the orchestra and other performing ensembles, as well as students who are there through the deaf and hard of hearing courses and supports offered at Woodson. There was an experience in the spring where students came to an orchestra rehearsal and they could literally put their hand on a cello or a hand on a bass and feel the vibrations of the music that way. And just to see the eyes light up and the smiles and the learning and the experience, it's like, wow, what a great opportunity for students who this just isn't a part of their day-to-day life to still find the joy in music. So then to be able to experience the harnesses in person and not just see other people using them, but have a chance to wear it myself, it just opened up a new dimension of what music can be for people. So it was really exciting to be there for a concert and just being able to hear the ebb and flow, the swells, and the calming of the music and the rhythm being conveyed through this harness. So you're really feeling the music. I had to imagine how awesome that would be for someone who just doesn't have that, what most people take for granted, the ability to just hear something, but to really feel it. I tried to imagine what sort of new opportunity that was opening up for them, and what a great experience for the music program at Woodson, the orchestra program, to really provide that for a large variety of students. And even that evening during the concert, to see people of all different levels of ability and access taking part in like really feeling what music is in a very like literal sense was really exciting. And wearing it that again that night was a cool opportunity for myself. And just kind of feeling the pulsation of the music. Again, following how it sounded live to how that was being conveyed with this piece of technology. Um, it's like, wow, look what technology can provide. Frequently we think about all the distractions, especially in the era of smartphones and social media, but here are all this wonderful technology coming together in a really powerful and positive experience. It was cool, and I thought, wow, what kind of unity does this provide where everyone can access a performance or a piece of music? So, um, I I think orchestral music in a way conveys emotion different than like band music or just certainly like choral. Um, and the technology really conveyed that everything from like the really subtle notes of like maybe a violin solo to the entire ensemble at full like force and cadence coming together. It was awesome to be able to literally feel that in different ebbs and flows. Um, I think what surprised me about it was like it was the relative ease of use. There were some wonderful students there that were helping to get everyone hooked up, and obviously the actual company, they had representatives to make sure that the tech was working effectively. But yeah, once we got a 15-second tutorial on how to manually switch it on and off and reset it, and it was great. It didn't take a lot of guidance or some other thing to be able to jump in, and that's what we really want. We want for there to be as few barriers as possible for people to have experiences, and certainly the technology allowed that. Um, I guess I'd never really experienced music in this format. Maybe more from a visual standpoint. I've been in places where music is maybe set to a light show or some sort of visual display. That was very familiar, and I've seen some cool things where color and just maybe moving images were used to really accentuate music. But to feel it, other than like being at like a rock or a hip hop concert where you can like feel the bass or feel the just the pulsation of the music, but not with the intention that this technology provided in this sort of performance space. So that was a lot of fun to be able to take part in that. Um, I mean, ultimately, like I mentioned earlier, music and programs in schools are all designed to open doors. So thinking about students who are part of the deaf and hard of hearing community, this is just another door opener. I mean, shout out to Woodson and a lot of the Woodson community for the programming that's offered from an academic standpoint, and just like just again, every student should be able to experience as much as they can. But I have to think that this technology just further creates a sense of community, because it has to be difficult for a student growing up and navigating the challenges of this this physical challenge. But now there's one less barrier in the way, and I think it would just help students feel even more a part of experiencing all the different things that a student should experience as they're going to school. So it's great to have again something that's opening doors for students. And um, I think if anything, the presence of the hardest probably opens up a new level of perspective and maybe empathy for students who don't have to navigate the challenges of being deaf or hard of hearing. I think our students are pretty empathetic. I think we've tried to foster that environment in our schools, but now that there is more awareness that, oh, this other student is wearing this thing to experience what I just take for granted, I imagine that that's going to again open up maybe dialogue that students would have, or just recognition that some people have some additional challenges, and now we live in a world where maybe there's more and more opportunity to help people overcome those things. Um, but yeah, I think if anything, I number one, I really believe a lot in the Woodson music program and what the orchestra is doing. They perform at an incredibly high quality, and shout out to Miss Wilcox for her direction. I've had the opportunity to see her work with students in a variety of different capacities, and she really gets incredible quality out of these students, and really allowing them to showcase their skills and perform with passion. This is yet another extension of that. So if the Woodson program was able to present at VMEA, just imagine what they're going to bring to colleagues and students across the Commonwealth, across the state, with, hey, look at what we're able to do, and this is something that students across Virginia could access. And here are some great examples of how this has looked and felt, and to hear students tell the story would be amazing. So I can't think of why an association wouldn't want to have something like this as another showcase at what is already a great event. The VMEA annual conference is fantastic, but then to add on other elements that are just increasing access for more people to experience music is wonderful. So they have my endorsement. I look forward to hearing about the great things that Woodson is able to do, and ideally they're able to share at VMEA. And ultimately, what new opportunities that all this collaboration and thought and care are going to provide for students at many different levels. So, thank you for the opportunity to talk about the program and the experience with these wonderful harnesses, and look forward to hearing more great things coming out of Woodson. Thank you.